Hello and welcome to Lancashire Mind. This short film will tell you about our recent and current changes, the services we provide and some of the people involved. Faced with more economic difficulties and stress than many other areas, two local mind associations based in Chorley and Blackpool decided to merge to form Lancashire Mind in early 2011. The new organisation decided to meet the increasing mental health needs of Lancashire by building on existing services and introducing new ones. These include a Lancashire Mind counselling service based on the belief that wherever possible, talk therapy is better than drug therapy. Success with these plans depends upon a stronger management team, so two new senior posts are being created to work with our outstanding Chief Executive, Mark Lunny. Sarah Clark and Lorraine Moffat have taken up their posts as Corporate Director and Services Director, and we're confident that their experience and skills will enable us to achieve the progress we need. Lancashire Mind trustees are keen to play their part in this process, so we've introduced the role of lead trustee to oversee specialist activities like service user involvement, marketing and staff welfare. Corporate membership has been introduced as a way of linking with caring employers and helping them to help their staff cope with the stress in the workplace, which affects 1 in 6 employees, and often redundancy or the fear of redundancy. Finally, Lancashire Mind has adopted a vigorous marketing campaign to make people in need aware of the help available to them and encourage timely action to tackle mental health issues. Some of our service users, amazing team members and partners will now tell you more about Lancashire Mind and the services we deliver.
My name's David Nuttall.
My name's Ben Yasgar.
My name is Charlotte.
Kelly Colton.
My name's Beth and I'm a service user.
Development support worker, Days.
The Services Director.
Support Development Worker.
I'm the Service Delivery Manager.
Corporate Director.
Chief Executive.
I'm a volunteer.
Chairman of Lancashire Mind.
For Lancashire Mind.
The Lancashire Mind.
When I didn't have that support, I could see if I didn't access mine, the results could have been, it could have been anything, devastating. But, I did access mine and I'm well better. I'm, 9 months down the line, I'm a different person altogether, to be honest with you. So it's been great for me.
Support group, Frankie. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so we said the next stage from the RAP group, from the recovery group even, is the RAP, which stands for Wellness, Recovery and Action Planning.
I'm Saba, I'm a volunteer here at Mind. I did the first cycle of the Wellness Recovery Action Plan group, which was like an 8-week programme. It's for service users who are on the road to recovery or at a stable point in their life, and it's for them to realise, what they're like when they're well, what they can do in order to keep well, things like that.
We've had quite a big change and an uplift going through the services. We've managed to get a new contract, extended hours with DISC, which is our floating support. We've also expanded our services across to Blackpool with VILD. Obviously, we've also got the Blackburn with Darwin, and we're hoping to grow our services across Lancashire area. What we want to do, we want to try and meet the new needs that are out there, and that is going to be done by targeting corporate organisations to become members of ours, so we can target the stigma around mental health within employment. So within our corporate membership, we're offering services to give them priority access to counselling, to signposting, accessing our services one-to-one, and also doing external training and providing a service of the actual organisation.
Traditionally we were a day service, and that meant providing services under one roof for people with mental health problems. And it was a case of those people fit into the services that we provide. Services have become much more personalised, and they're moving from segregation to inclusion, which means becoming more involved in the wider community. So what that means for us is we've now moved from providing support actually in the centre to going out into the community and providing that support, and also to build bridges with community partnerships, so helping people to access day-to-day services that are already going on in the community.
It's all about, it's like social inclusion, and it's more of a holistic approach to mental health. It's given them another way of dealing with their anxieties and stresses. I'm just starting to see the benefits coming through, and it's given people more confidence, joining in more. They're not isolating themselves like as much as they used to. We try and sit with them and work through what it is they want to achieve in the long term, and coming to the gardening group seems to be working.
There are a lot more people coming on to the contract. We sort of support the people that slip through the net who would otherwise historically get support, but now with the, I don't know, want for a better word, cutbacks, they're not getting the support they require. And it's my job to go out and visit them in the homes and provide that support, be it just help with filling out forms or help to get back to accessing community service, get back to accessing sort of family and friends in the area that they've lost touch with, and all the basic requirements that people like myself take for granted, but some people haven't got the self-confidence, the self-esteem to go out and be able to do that themselves, which is where we come in.
We have become Lancashire Mind. We used to be Chorley, South Ribble and Blackburn Mind. However, we've sort of paired up with Blackpool as well and become Lancashire Mind. Mental health issues go quite unnoticed in some areas, or they're unsupported.
When I became a trustee of Lancashire Mind, I'm particularly interested because I've been working as a counsellor for 15, 16 years, and I was interested in the users of Lancashire Mind. If they did need counselling, what happened to them? Quite frequently they were referred to another counselling body. They may have been referred by the GP, they may have been referred to the NHS services, and I thought it would be much more direct and simple if Lancashire Mind provided that initial counselling service. We've got a really good panel of counsellors, and the plan is that in time Lancashire Mind will appoint a counselling services manager to manage and to develop the service throughout Lancashire.
As many small organisations with a chief executive, they end up doing an enormous amount of work that's not related to the role. What Lancashire Mind have recognised very quickly with the Board of Trustees' help and leadership is to make sure that I can focus on what I should be doing as Chief Executive. And I desperately need some support from a more senior level of management, and I think Sarah as the Corporate Director and Lorraine as Services Director will certainly do that for us.
As an organisation, we have existing services, partnerships and relationships, and we're actually in a really good position where we can work towards ensuring that the whole of Lancashire has access to our provisions. So, for example, wellbeing and recovery services, access to Lancashire Mind counselling services, access to information, advice, training, and looking at new and innovative ways of delivering services to people who wouldn't necessarily have access to our services in the past. We currently deliver 23 different services across different districts in Lancashire, and we're hoping to expand that in the future to reach the whole of Lancashire. Our aim is to ensure everybody has an opportunity to access Mind, whether people have brief or mild or moderate mental health conditions or whether people have long-term and enduring mental health conditions. And the services range from very small supported peer groups to enhanced services where people have a bespoke programme of support that bases on their needs and actually provides the services that the individual identifies with their support worker.
I've seen a real massive improvement to the awareness of the organisation that wasn't there before, and it is down to that raising awareness campaign that we've been doing on a local basis. Normally within the Mind movement, the campaigning is done by the national organisation, and we've really taken quite a lead on that, I think, in the last 6 months or so. And what I could honestly say is that more and more people that I speak to are very much aware of what we're doing and what we can do, whereas before they may have heard of us. They've certainly heard of Mind, and they may have heard of Lancashire Mind, but they didn't really know exactly what it was we do, and they certainly do now, and that's paying dividends right across the organisation.
So, there you have it. You've heard from our service users, from our staff members, from our trustees, from our partner organisations, and from our corporate members about the things we're trying to do to improve mental health in the people of Lancashire. You've heard about the 23 services that we provide. You've heard about the changes we're making to make the organisation better, and you've heard how important partner organisations are to us. So we hope you will help us to help the people of Lancashire, whether it is as a volunteer or as a partner organisation. Thank you very much for listening.